What's up, you guys? This is Chris, aka Thrift BCQ, and in this video I'm going to be sharing all the questions that you've been giving me, and I am ready to answer them. So let's go. Alright, so there are a couple places that you guys asked me a whole bunch of questions. One is through YouTube, the other one is through Instagram and by email as well, actually. So I'm going to grab probably about 10 questions from there, and I will answer them for you, regardless of what it is, whether it be reselling or even about me. So here we go. Okay, first question is from Debbie. It says, here's a link to info about envelopes and some bubble mailers going so much cheaper at Canada Post. So this is about a specific, I guess, video that someone has been, I guess, sending off DVDs or games using just really thin bubble mailers. Is this a viable option to save money when you're shipping with Canada Post? Now the reality is, yes, you can save money on the shipping for sure. The only problem I have with this is that you don't have any tracking and you don't have any insurance on the item that you sold. So once it's sent out, you have no idea where it is. You have no idea how long it's going to get there. And so, I mean, don't get me wrong, if that's an option that you want to take, by all means take it. For my business and my business model, I always include full tracking and insurance. I just want to make sure I cover myself so that if anything does happen to the item, whether it be stolen or lost or damaged, then I'm covered by it. So again, that's just me. If you want to follow this option as well, by all means, if it really means that you're going to save a lot of money and you don't mind like not having the insurance or tracking, then again, by all means, go ahead. But it's just not my thing. All right, question number 2. I started following you on YouTube, and I was wondering if you can give me a few tips. I'm getting ready to launch a small online clothing business, and I was wondering if you are still using 3 vendors for shipping you mentioned in your YouTube video. And secondly, what is the best customer payment method company with the best rates? So, my answer for that is I still technically use these 3 companies right now. So the primary ones I'm using right now: Canada Post, Chit Chats, Stallion Express every now and then, as well as Freightcom. And so depending on how big the item is and what I'm sending off and where I'm located, it all takes an effect on where I'm going to be sending it to. So as an example, for clothing, it's a very cheap item to ship off if I'm going to ship it to the US, for example. If I'm going to use that, I would probably go with either Stallion Express or Chit Chats, just because they're using USPS to ship out, and generally like a shirt would likely cost me about $6-7 just to ship it to someone in the US. And for payment method, I mean, I'm using whatever is on eBay, so the primary payment I'm using is through PayPal, and that's always the best thing to do. Now let's take a look at some of the questions that I got from my Instagram feed. So the next question is from Steve Pick and Roll, and he actually asked me, would you rather, or which would you rather, cost $5 sells for $50 in 1 week, or cost $50 sells for $400 but takes 1 year? I would definitely choose the $5 for $50 in 1 week, just because a year is such a long way, and the amount of time it's going to take for me to get that money within 1 year, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to make that amount within that before the year ends. So that's the reason why, like, I would rather get the profit already within a closer time frame. So thanks, Steve. All right, the next question is from Kevin from the Thrifting Lounge, and his question is, what do you use to edit your video? And so the software that I mainly use is Final Cut Pro. That's pretty much what I've been learning ever since I started doing a lot of the editing. I did start off in the very beginning briefly using iMovie, but then when I saw there was I was pretty limited to what I could do with it, so I branched off to Final Cut Pro, and there's way more that I could imagine doing on that one as opposed to iMovie. Now there's another program that is also used, which is Adobe Premiere. I did try it for a bit. I think I tried the free trial, but I don't know, I was so used to using Final Cut Pro already, so I was like, you know what, I can finish editing a video within like an hour, hour and a half. So I'll just go ahead and keep using this because I'm pretty comfortable with using it now. All right, the next question is from Eat Sleep Amazon. She asked the question, what is the meaning of life? That is a great question. And to be honest, I have no idea, but the only thing I can see myself with having a good meaning to life is by living your life to the fullest. And by saying that, I mean having no regrets on doing the things that you want to do, and also following your dreams. And for me, I mean, I know people have different goals and different definitions of having a meaning to life, but for me, one thing was always like being happy with a family and kids, and making sure that they're living their best life too, by allowing me to give whatever wisdom I can give them, and also my love too. So that's my meaning of life. I know it's kind of corny, but what it is. But thanks for the question. All right, the next question is from Rob, the Aussie VHS thrifter. He asked, will you take a challenge and not shave for a month? You know what? That's gonna be a hard no for me, just because when I grow this thing, it gets super itchy, and it gets so annoying. So I get to the point where probably within the month that I'm gonna eventually shave it. So that's probably gonna be a no for me, unfortunately. But you never know, like maybe there would be a time that I would allow it to grow, but right now it's really tough for me, and just something I really don't want to maintain. Okay, and so the next question is from Swap Meet Sunday, and they are asking, do you list on ebay.ca or only .com too? Which one do you prefer? So I sell both on .ca and .com. I mean, don't get me wrong, the sales are nice when I get a sale from .com, just because it's in US dollars, but .ca is a lot easier for me to use, just because I already have a bunch of stuff in that store already. And I would prefer selling there too, also because like I'm already known as a power seller and a top rated seller, so that goes to my advantage as well. So because it's on the .ca site, I would prefer to sell on there right now. Okay, so the next question that I received, this is one of my comments from when I originally requested for you guys to send me some questions in one of my videos. So the question was, how do you get the 20% off coupons? Because if you actually notice, when I do hauls or tell you what's sold, I get a lot of things saying that, oh, I bought this for $9.99 with 20% off. The reason why I'm getting 20% off is I'm getting that coupon from Value Village. So in order for you to get that coupon, there's a donation center in each Value Village. And so what you need to do is get anything you want to donate. I don't think it matters what it is, unless there is maybe like hygiene products or something that they probably wouldn't allow it. But other than that, they take pretty much everything. But yeah, once you go to the donation center part of that store, just go to the person and either ask for them for the coupon, or they would offer it to you. So at that point, you can go ahead and get the coupon, and then you can redeem it when you go on your next thrift haul. Now, for me, I use them especially when I'm buying a lot of things, because it does make a difference when you are making a larger purchase as opposed to like 2 or 3 things that aren't expensive. So if it's like a really little haul, I wouldn't really worry about it that much, and if they're inexpensive. But if you start getting over like the, I don't know, $40-50 range, and you want to use that coupon, it does make a difference, I can tell you that. Alright, my next question that's in that video is from Sam, aka Dapper Tiger. And his question was, well, he mentions, finally someone talking about cards, LOL. I came across a bunch of 2018-2019 Panini cards at Walmart on 60% clearance. Do I think it's worth it? So, first off, if it's basketball, I'd want to know what specific like brand of Panini cards that is on clearance. So for example, if it was Panini Prism, 100% get it. Don't get me wrong, if there was things like Hoops or Panini Donruss at 60%. I think that's still a pretty good deal. The thing is with 2018-2019 is that's the year for Luka Doncic and Trae Young. Those are the two best guys you can possibly get out of your deck or out of your cards. And if you can get a rookie card from them, they're going to be worth something. So I would say definitely pick those up. All right, and the final question that I got. This was from a gentleman who follows me, and he goes by the initials of TB. And he asked me, how many times have you had herpes? And I am happy to announce that I have never had it. So there you go. Alright guys, so those were 10 questions you guys asked me, and I am more than willing to answer them for you. It's not a problem. So I enjoyed doing that. It's pretty fun. I really like whether it's about me or if it's about reselling. So more than willing to let you know. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Also, probably in another future one, I'll do another Q&A down the road. So if you do have any questions, leave it in this video, and I will be more than glad to put it in the next Q&A, and I'll also give you a shout out. So with that said, that's pretty much everything. So again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is Thrift BCQ signing out. Peace out, guys.